much. I tried to tell you many times that I don't give two fucks, but I used to like it, so now I gotta vent. There's a bunch of shitty artists and they're all for rent. Nobody's built to last. I give a talent as fuck 2 years, maybe less for Mac Miller's ass. Jay's been around for years and he's still intact. That's what the difference is when you don't have a skill in rap. You're not compelling, nothing special about you fake wizards, a faggot Chris Webby's, I swear. Laid back with no lyric shit, hear me instead, maybe try to mirror this. So fuck Mac Miller and fuck Chris Webby, fuck Sam Adams too, just for good measure. You can say I'm jealous but I don't care, I'd rather have a chance to last and I won't share. In the game, and I told you before, no ignoring the storm when it rains. It'll pour, better step to the side, probably best if you hide from my rain. It's supreme, and I tell you to run, but then where is the fun? It's a game. We been kings, better step to the side, probably best if you hide from my rain. I like a lot of...
At number 5, I'm going to have to go with Brink. It's not that I was actually looking forward to this game. Actually, my expectations were pretty low, and somehow this game was worse than pretty low. Brink comes up as one of the most disappointing games I've played, like, ever. Was it the worst game I played this year? Oh no, I'm not saying it is. But as far as disappointments goes, this is definitely there as, how the fuck can a game disappoint you when you were expecting a 6 out of 10 in the first place? That's why Brink deserves number 5. Bulletstorm is my number 4. Not that I was expecting Bulletstorm to be amazing, but I was expecting a good old fun blowing shit up, killing things and shooting motherfuckers and kicking them in the face and stabbing them into vines and stuff like that. What I got in Bulletstorm was people who curse more than I do, which is almost unheard of. And second, really short story, and the multiplayer sucked. So Bulletstorm comes up as one of the most disappointing games I played this year. LA Noire would definitely be number 3. Now, don't get me wrong, I liked LA Noire. I give it a good score, but as far as it exceeding my expectations, no. I tried my best to keep my Rockstar love from dominating me again. I was like, listen, James, you do not like most of the past Rockstar games of this generation. Or, not that you don't like them, but they've always been disappointing. Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. A week before the game comes out, oh, I can't wait to play LA Noire. And what does LA Noire turn out to be? A big disappointment. Basically just repeating the same chase sequences and giving me a lackluster story or character-driven story. So LA Noire comes up as number 3. Red Faction really just was big disappointment for me because I really loved Guerrillas so much and it was really exciting, fun sandbox game. And then I got Armageddon and it was like, what? It wasn't a horrible game. It was actually pretty fun for the 5 hours that lasted, but it just didn't have that same spark. Took out the sandbox elements, really short campaign, shitty multiplayer. If there was multiplayer, I think there was not. And really just, in general, boring level design. So Red Faction came off as a huge disappointment. I played worse, but really, from a game that went from a 9 for the series to a 7, pretty big drop down. Number 1 is definitely X-Men Destiny. I was so excited for X-Men Destiny. Giving it to Silicon Knights, who, excuse me for the haters, I liked Too Human. I was really excited. Give me a long RPG with lots of shit to collect and being X-Men with mutant powers. Hello, my calling. Instead, what we got was one of the worst stories ever implanted in an X-Men game. Or it is the worst story ever. Repeatedly throwing the word Destiny to try to make the story epic or something was horrible. Combat got boring really quick. Level design was weak. Graphics in general were pretty damn horrible. So overall, this is definitely the biggest disappointment in the years. And really, it was just a bad game in general. Very disappointing. And X-Men definitely triumphs all these games that I mentioned in terms of disappointment quality. And just came up really short. Like an Asian. I'm joking. Don't get mad. But overall, These are the most disappointing games of the year. Unfortunately, we always have to have the disappointing rank because, well, there's worse games out there. There's these games that you expected, hoped, and wanted to love, and instead, they crushed your little heart. These are those games.